Hi, welcome to Balboa Sweets. I'm Lilo, and Orange Sprinkles is hanging out because she's getting her cage cleaned. And on this episode, I'm going to ride my bike. And the goal is to ride from Merrit Lake to the skate park and drop a double peg grind, and that's about it. Here we go.
Right there. Go.
Okay, let's see if we can get this right this time. So, I'm doing this iClips feature. I got the iPhone SE and I'm trying to just use it and see how far I can get on this YouTube channel and see what this thing can do. Because everyone's always like, the iPhone has the media, it has the video, you can do a whole video on there. Anyway, so we're trying the iPhone SE clips, riding the bike from the lake. We're here at the lake. We're riding to the park. Seeing what this phone can do. Seeing what this old man can do. Seeing what this bike can do. Anyway, I'm finna go over a couple things in this video. I want to do videos that are a little bit different, so maybe I'm showing one thing while I'm talking over it, just because I want to. Here we go. I want to try something different. I'm trying to jump on this stump. Oh, nice little dunk.
Hard part of the ride's done.
Yeah, I'm 40 and I retook up BMX at 39. My first time through, I'd say in 94, when I was like 18 or 19, I had got a Haro Master and I rode it, but I didn't ride it enough. And I always look back like I should have rode more. So I either could have been like, sorry about it, or I could retake up BMX at 39 and see how good I can get. So far, basically, I just been riding the streets. I got my bunny hops back, and I'm working on my 180 to fakie, and I've landed it a couple times, but I'm not an expert at it yet. So that's about my level on BMX right now. And basically, I was still in decent shape, so I have fun with it. And I'm seeing how good I can get at my age, or how much practice I can get. And so far, I'm showing a little progress, I guess. But we'll see. That's one of the main questions I see on these BMX videos. Is people be like, they're 24, are they too old to start BMX or whatever? So I'm 39, or I'm 40 now, and I'm starting. So another question I see a whole lot of is the top tube sizing, especially if you're like from my era. They never mention the top tube, and the modern, that's the first thing they're going to talk about is the top tube, and left foot forward, right foot forward, and it's completely different. It's super cool now. And for the top tubes, this bike here in the video, I'm running a 21-inch top tube, and I'm like 5'8" with long arms. So usually they say a 21-inch top tube is for somebody who's like about 6 feet tall, and 20.75 would be like 5'8", and 20.5 would be like a dude 5'6" and under. But basically, I tried to find the top tube length on like my old Haro, and the only specs I could find that showed it were like, they were showing it as a 19.5 top tube. So I think basically all the bikes these days, the top tube is longer. So if you're worried about banging your knee on the stem, I had a GT Mach 1 for a while. I traded maybe like in 94, 92. I traded my buddy a Genesis for it. And yeah, I would bash my knee on the stem and the handlebars all the time. And I think that thing was more like an 18-inch top tube. So I think any of the 20.5 or 21-inch, if you're from the old era, it's gonna be all right. It's cool. So the weight, this stolen that I got, it advertises as 25 pounds, but I think that's without the brake, because whenever I weigh it, it seems like it's 26 pounds. And I added pegs and the seat post and the seat, and the chain, and I think it's up to like 27.5 pounds. And yeah, I think like my old Haro was probably like 30 pounds or more. So yeah, I think the modern bikes, it'll be about 25, 26 pounds is about average. I built another bike, and actually I got like a spoke let's see, gap. I'm having spoke problems on that one on the back wheel, so that's why I'm riding this one. But I thought it was cool. The first video should be on the first bike I got. And and the one I spent $1,500 and tried to buy mostly light parts, it still was like just right under 25 pounds, and then with the pegs it was like 26 pounds. So that's what I got for weight on the modern BMXs. Okay, so right here I'm riding down San Pablo, and that brick part, that was actually like the beginning of San Pablo, which I think is pretty cool. And then San Pablo is like one of the main streets in Oakland. And right here on the right is actually the welfare office, and then you see up here on the left is actually the Greyhound station. I'm gonna look right at it, it's funny. Anyway, okay, the crank length. This bike I'm riding here in this video is actually 170 millimeter cranks, and they work cool. The bike I built it with 175 millimeter cranks, and really if I was gonna build another one, I'd probably build just 170 millimeter cranks, just because it doesn't make much of a difference, and you save the 5 millimeters between your back foot on your back foot's the back of it hitting the peg, whatever. But I don't think it makes much of a difference either way. But it seems like if your feet are closer together, it's easier to throw the 180 for me. So I think if I was gonna build another custom, or this next custom I'm gonna try to build, I will just go ahead and get 170 millimeter cranks. Okay, with the sprocket teeth, the common one on these freestyle bikes is 25 tooth or 28 tooth. The 28 tooth is gonna make it where you pedal less, basically. And I think if you're gonna do a lot of street riding like I'm doing in this video, you're gonna want the 28 tooth. I think if you probably, just drove yourself to the park. Okay, coming up here on the right is some cool wall art, I think. Anyway, Yeah, coming up here in a while, it's gonna be on the right. There's a cool Yogi. Anyway, with the sprocket teeth, I prefer the 28 tooth. But it's all preference. The top tube size, the crank length, all this is just preference. And personally, I like the 28 tooth because I do riding like what I'm doing in this video. You just have to pedal way too much. This bike in the video I'm riding is 25 tooth, and I'll do the next video. The bike will have a 28 tooth, and y'all can see if I'm going faster or slow or whatever. But from the rider's perspective, it's easier to pedal way less. It's cool. But if you were just gonna like, if you're at the park and you're like trying to pull out of a 180 or whatever, like your pedal pressure, I don't know how to say it, it's gonna be easier with the 25 tooth. But yeah, so brakes. So in this video I'm riding this bike this bike has back brakes, and personally I don't really like the brakes. When you ride so-called no brakes, you just ride foot brake. You just use your foot in different ways, and that's what it is. You don't have no brakes. Maybe you have like a couple millisecond difference between the time that you could have reached up and grabbed the brake from the time that you reach back with your foot and hit the tire or whatever, but it's negligible. And yeah, there's the good wall art right there. So personally, the brake, I hit my hand on it all the time.